receivers. Let's stay with that trend. The Jacksonville Jaguars have let go of Allen Robinson. We're unable to sign him. He signs with the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
He's expected to sign, that is. 3 years, worth $42 million, with roughly $25 million guaranteed, according to Ian Rapoport. So, Allen Robinson, I think this is a great signing, especially after I saw what Sammy Watkins went for. Again, Sammy Watkins, $48 million, $30 guaranteed. Allen Robinson, $42 million, $25 guaranteed.
And Allen Robinson's better.
And Allen Robinson is better. Allen Robinson is a good receiver. Allen Robinson has potential to be and as it was at one time a couple years ago, a top 10 plus receiver. He's in the top 5 range. So Allen Robinson is a guy that I think is going to take the Bears passing offense to the next level. He gives a Mitchell Trubisky a legitimate number 1 receiver all over the field, a guy that can go deep and catch jump balls, a guy that can run past people. He can be physical and get open in the red zone. And he's one of the best at receiving touchdowns in the red zone as well. So he's going to help their red zone offense. He's going to help their offense regardless. And he's going to open up that run game, which the Bears love to do. They have Jordan Howard. They have Tariq Cohen. We'll get to a couple other signings that they've made as well. But they also have Cameron Meredith. So they're kind of forming around a pretty good receiver core with Cameron Meredith, tight end Trey Burton, who they signed, we'll get into that, and wide receiver Allen Robinson. So Allen Robinson, overall, I think is sort of been, you could say he's been inconsistent, but I think more of it, and you know my stance on this, I think more of it has been that he's been playing with Blake friggin' Bortles. Give him a quarterback that can actually throw the ball, and I believe Mitchell Trubisky, I know Dylan is not the believer I am, but I believe Mitchell Trubisky is a good, young, talented quarterback, and now he's going to an offense with Matt Nagy, who is the head coach of the Chicago Bears, who's been with the Kansas City Chiefs, who knows how to work receivers, knows how to score points. I think it's going to be a very good fit in Chicago for Allen Robinson. He is a quiet, hard-working player. He fits the Chicago style. I think it's going to be a great long-term signing, especially for pretty good value as we've seen, considering the other contracts for receivers like Paul Richardson, Sammy Watkins, and Albert Wilson, who all got kind of ridiculously higher contracts than probably their value. But Allen Robinson got a contract right around everybody would consider his value. Dylan?
2015, Allen Robinson had 80 catches, 1,400 yards, and 14 touchdowns. That was with Blake Bortles. Imagine what he's going to do here in Chicago, right? I know Mitchell Trubisky, we haven't seen him produce all that well so far. But, I mean, that's pretty great stats. 2016, they went down a little bit. 2017, he tore his ACL. So the biggest thing for me is I want to see his recovery. I want to see, some players can go really well in getting that recovery done, and other times it's not as great. So that's a question mark, but I would still paid him the exact amount of money Chicago paid for him. Chicago's whole goal is to make their team better, make their young team better, and build a system around Mitchell Trubisky, which I'll give them credit for. They got themselves a new head coach that's actually competent, John Fox. And now they have their number 1 receiver. We've been talking about the 2 teams that vastly need wide receiver help the most is Baltimore and Chicago. And Chicago, I think, was number 1 on this list because there was a time last season where Mitchell Trubisky, I think, threw 4 passes and they still won a football game. But, he still only threw 4 passes to receivers.
That was partly John Fox, and that was partly because they had nobody to throw it to.
No, that's what I'm saying. Okay, the details are out on the Marquise Lee.
I just saw that. 4-year max value of $38 million, including $18 million guaranteed.
I think that's fine. It's fun. Okay, back to Allen Robinson here. So yeah, I mean, actually, I think it was only like 1 pass that threw to receiver, and they still won. Regardless, they had nobody. Kevin White is a good receiver, but he's been hurt the last 3 seasons. There were so many guys getting injured, and you're like, who are these people? At the end of the year, I'm like, who are these jamokes, right? And then it was ridiculous. Zach Miller got injured in a really bad way, so he was gone as well. Now you got somebody that's legit, probably when healthy, a top 10 receiver, very close to a top 10 receiver. You want to build the system around him. You got two great running backs, Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen. You want to see how they produce. I think Mitchell Trubisky is in great hands. I don't know if he's going to succeed under that. I want to see that as year 2 comes around. But I think Chicago's whole goal in the past 2 seasons is to build a supporting system around Trubisky, and I think they're doing a great job around it, especially considering they not only got Allen Robinson, they got about Trey Burton, who we'll talk about in a minute. So good signing for them. Actually, probably a great signing for them.
Yeah, it was a great signing. And the key thing, I'll go back to it. I already said it, but the key thing to me is Matt Nagy and his offensive prowess and just him being an offensive coach, getting offensively talented players. You saw what Cohen, Howard, Trubisky, these guys did in a limited John Fox offense. Now you're going to be able to see what they can do at full potential in an offense with an offensive coach that's actually very creative and can put them in big places to succeed. So Allen Robinson going to the Bears, one of the